The morning came without a sound, slipping gently through the lace curtains, painting the wooden floor with soft lines of golden light. The coffee had already begun to breathe, its warm aroma filling every quiet corner, while the old record player turned another familiar melody. Nothing hurried, nothing asked to be remembered. The clock simply kept its promise, one peaceful second at a time. A newspaper rested on the table, folded just enough to leave tomorrow for later. Outside, bicycles rolled slowly through a sleepy neighborhood. The little bell above the wooden door rang once, welcoming another ordinary morning. A single cup was placed beside the window, steam dancing with the sunlight, like an old friend arriving without saying a word. The piano smiled softly, the saxophone answered gently, and every note floated upward toward the old wooden ceiling, where years of conversation still quietly lived. The owner polished another coffee cup, moving with the confidence of someone who had repeated the same beautiful routine for decades. The curtains swayed whenever the summer breeze found its way inside. Nothing dramatic happened, yet everything felt complete. A swallow crossed the bright sky, its shadow touching the window for only a heartbeat. Even that tiny moment became part of the music. The bass walked carefully, never rushing. The brushes whispered across the snare, as though they were protecting the silence between each note. Every crackle from the vinyl felt like another memory, never loud enough to interrupt, only enough to remind us that time always leaves a gentle fingerprint. Morning became brighter, coffee became warmer, and the melody continued without asking for applause. Some mornings are not remembered because they are extraordinary. They are remembered because they are peaceful, because somewhere behind old lace curtains, with sunlight on worn wooden tables and warm jazz drifting through the room, life quietly says, today is enough. Before the first customer arrived, the coffee was already waiting, resting quietly inside the old kettle, breathing with the slow rhythm of another peaceful morning. The wooden counter still carried yesterday's warmth. Coffee cups stood in perfect rows, each one holding 1,000 ordinary mornings. Outside, the narrow street slowly awakened. A bicycle rolled past, its tiny bell disappearing into the fresh morning air. The owner opened the window just enough to let the summer breeze inside. The curtains moved gently, welcoming another beautiful day without needing a single word. The record began to spin, bringing back an old melody that had lived here long before today. Its soft crackle felt like a familiar greeting. The piano stepped softly through warm sunlight. The saxophone answered like an old friend who always knew exactly when to smile. No one rushed, no one checked the time. The only schedule was the music, the coffee, and the gentle sound of cups meeting saucers. Steam drifted upward like quiet memories, disappearing into beams of light that filled every corner of the little Kissaten. Outside the window, flowers swayed slowly. Inside, the bass continued walking at its gentle pace, while the brushes whispered across the snare drum, careful not to disturb the peaceful silence. Another customer entered, smiling politely. No conversation was necessary. The music already knew how everyone felt. The smell of freshly ground beans, old wood, warm vinyl, and morning sunlight became one beautiful memory. Nothing extraordinary happened. A cup was served, a record turned. Someone looked outside for a little longer than usual. Sometimes the happiest mornings are simply the ones that ask for nothing. They arrive quietly, sit beside us, pour another cup of coffee, and remind us that happiness has always been waiting, just like the coffee. The morning had settled into its quiet rhythm, and sunlight stretched gently across the worn wooden floor. The coffee cups rested where they had always belonged, their porcelain edges glowing under the soft golden light. Before noon, the cafe was never crowded. Only a few familiar faces found their favorite seats, each carrying a different story, each leaving the world outside for just a little while. The record spun patiently, its gentle crackle filling the spaces between between heartbeats, the melody drifted through the room like warm air, touching every corner without asking for attention. The piano spoke first, its notes light as morning breeze. The saxophone followed, slow and comforting, as though it had known this room forever. Outside, the street remained peaceful, a passing bicycle, the distant call of birds, the rustle of leaves caught in the summer wind. The owner quietly prepared another cup of coffee. The sound of beans being ground blended perfectly with the soft rhythm of brush drums and the steady footsteps of the walking bass. Nobody looked at their watch, nobody hurried toward tomorrow. For a little while, time belonged only to warm coffee, old records, and quiet conversations spoken more with smiles than with words. Steam curled upward from every freshly poured cup, catching the sunlight before disappearing into the wooden ceiling that had witnessed countless peaceful mornings. A gentle breeze lifted the curtains again, bringing with it the scent of fresh air and the promise of another beautiful day. The melody continued without needing to become louder. Its beauty lived inside the smallest moments. A turning page, a soft laugh, the clink of porcelain, the whisper of vinyl. Some places never try to impress us, they simply welcome us, one quiet cup at a time. And before the afternoon arrives, before the city remembers how busy it can become, there is always this little cafe where the music, the coffee, and the morning remain beautifully unhurried. The window had always faced the same quiet little street, where every morning began with gentle footsteps and bicycles passing by without a single hurry. Sunlight rested softly on the wooden window frame, warming the glass that had watched countless seasons come and go. A hand-dripped coffee waited patiently beside an old newspaper, its pages turning slowly with the summer breeze that wandered inside. The record player lowered its needle once again, a quiet crackle, then between simple chords, never asking to be noticed. The saxophone answered with warm velvet notes floating lazily through the little cafe. Across the street, a flower shop opened its wooden door. Fresh blossoms fill the morning air, their colors dancing beneath the bright blue sky. An elderly couple walked hand in hand, smiling without speaking. A child waved happily from the back of a bicycle. And somewhere nearby, a wind chime sang its tiny silver song inside. Porcelain cups met saucers with quiet elegance. The owner smiled softly while polishing another glass, moving with the calm rhythm of someone who had found joy in ordinary mornings. The bass continued its gentle walk, steady and reassuring. Brushes whispered across the snare drum, light as feathers, leaving space for every note to breathe. Nothing needed to happen. The music, the coffee, the sunlight, the small street outside, they were already enough. Every passing minute felt warmer than the last. Even silence became part of the melody. The curtains swayed once more, carrying with them the scent of roasted coffee beans and fresh morning air. Outside, life moved quietly. Inside, time slowed to the gentle turning of another vinyl record. If happiness had a window, it would surely face this little street where warm coffee, old jazz, and peaceful mornings have never forgotten how to welcome the day. The morning had grown brighter, yet the cafe remained wonderfully quiet. Golden sunlight slipped across the record shelf, touching every worn album cover that had patiently waited through countless seasons. A familiar hand lifted another vinyl record, holding it carefully, as though it carried not music, but memories. The needle found its place, a gentle crackle, a warm breath of sound. And suddenly, the room was filled with another beautiful morning. The piano smiled softly, playing simple melodies that needed no explanation. The saxophone answered with quiet confidence, its warm voice floating through sunlight like slow-moving clouds. Steam rose gently from freshly brewed coffee, dancing with tiny beams of light before fading into silence. Outside, flowers lean toward the sun. A bicycle rested against an old wooden fence. Somewhere nearby, children laughed before disappearing around the corner. Nothing hurried. Even the wind seemed content to wander slowly between the open windows. Inside the little Kissaten, every sound belonged. The turning vinyl, the gentle brush across the snare, the steady footsteps of the walking bass, the soft closing of a porcelain cup. Each moment became another note inside the morning. The owner quietly smiled while wiping the counter, never interrupting the peaceful rhythm that filled the room. A customer closed a book, looked toward the window, and simply watched the sunlight rest upon the quiet street. No destination waited, no deadline called. Only another cup of coffee, only another song, only another beautiful morning wrapped inside the warm embrace of old jazz. Perhaps happiness is not something we find. Perhaps it is something that quietly arrives. With soft vinyl, warm sunlight, and a melody that asks us to stay just a little longer. The little bell above the door rang only once that morning. One customer stepped inside, folding a newspaper beneath one arm, bringing with him nothing more than quiet footsteps and the gentle smile of another familiar day. He chose the same seat beside the wide wooden window, where the sunlight always arrived a few minutes before the coffee. The owner nodded softly. No greetings were needed. Some friendships are written in routine, not in words. Fresh beans were ground with patient hands, their rich aroma filling the room like a melody that everyone already knew. The record player awakened, a soft crackle, a warm breath. Then the piano began to wander gently, its notes dancing across polished wooden tables. The saxophone followed, slow and full of light, wrapping the morning inside velvet-colored melodies. Outside, the little street continued its peaceful rhythm. A bicycle leaned against an old telephone pole. A delivery truck stopped for only a moment. Sparrows gathered along the rooftop, singing to the bright sky, without caring who might be listening. The newspaper remained unopened for a little while. The coffee deserved the first attention. Steam rose quietly, catching the morning light before disappearing into the calm stillness of the cafe. Brushes glided across the snare drum like gentle footsteps on an empty sidewalk. The upright bass walked slowly, steady and reassuring, never trying to arrive anywhere. Every sound belonged exactly where it was. The turning vinyl, the clink of porcelain, the whisper of the summer breeze, the faint ticking of the old wall clock. Nothing interrupted the peaceful conversation between music and silence. Finally, the newspaper was opened. Its pages turned slowly, not searching for headlines, but simply enjoying another quiet morning. Outside, the city would soon become busy. Inside, time moved differently, measured not by minutes but by songs, warm coffee, and the gentle turning of another vinyl record. One customer, one newspaper, one beautiful morning. Sometimes that is all the heart has ever needed. The first slice of toast rose gently from the old brass toaster, its warm aroma blending quietly with freshly brewed coffee and the soft glow of another peaceful morning. Butter melted slowly, finding every corner without a single hurry. Just as the sunlight found its place upon the wooden tables, the cafe breathed its familiar rhythm. Coffee dripping, vinyl turning, brushes whispering, a melody that had greeted mornings for longer than anyone could remember. The piano began with quiet confidence, each note carrying the warmth of old hands that had loved this music for many years. The saxophone answered smooth and gentle, its voice floating like steam above a porcelain cup, never demanding attention, only offering comfort. Outside the open window, the neighborhood awakened, one peaceful moment at a time. A flower shop arranged fresh blossoms by the entrance. A postman tipped his hat. Children Children cross the street, laughing softly before disappearing around the next corner. Inside, someone carefully spread strawberry jam across warm toast, watching it glisten beneath the morning light. The owner smiled, placing another cup on the polished counter, its gentle sound joining the music as naturally as another instrument. The upright bass walked with patient steps, steady and warm, while the brushes painted quiet rhythms across the snare, leaving space for every melody to breathe. No one hurried breakfast, no one counted time. The only thing worth finishing was another beautiful song and another peaceful cup of coffee. The record continued spinning its soft crackle, wrapping every corner of the little Kissaten inside warm memories. Morning became brighter, coffee became richer, toast became sweeter, and somehow life felt lighter. Perhaps the greatest luxury has never been expensive things. Perhaps it has always been a warm slice of toast, a fresh cup of coffee, an old vinyl record, and slow jazz playing gently through glowing vacuum tubes, welcoming another ordinary day that quietly becomes unforgettable. The old clock above the counter had never been in a hurry. Its gentle hands moved with quiet confidence, marking each passing minute as though reminding the room that beautiful mornings should never be rushed. Below it, the coffee dripped patiently, one warm drop at a time, filling the little Kissaten with a rich aroma that seemed to slow the world. A fresh vinyl record began another journey. The needle settled softly, a gentle crackle, then silence gave way to music. The piano opened with calm, graceful chords, each one glowing like sunlight, resting upon polished wood. The saxophone entered with a warm smile, its melody drifting slowly between the tables, wrapping every quiet corner in gentle comfort. its peaceful dance. A woman carried flowers home. A bicycle crossed the narrow intersection. Leaves shimmered beneath the summer breeze, their shadows moving gently across the window. Inside, porcelain cups met wooden tables with familiar elegance. The owner wiped the counter carefully, almost in rhythm with the steady walking bass. Brushes whispered across the snare drum, light enough to leave space for every tiny sound. The turning page of a newspaper, the quiet sip of coffee, the ticking clock, the spinning vinyl. Together they became the morning's orchestra. Nobody counted how many songs had played. Nobody wondered what time it was. The clock was no longer measuring hours. It was measuring moments. Moments filled with warm coffee, golden sunlight, old records and peaceful hearts. Another customer smiled toward the window. Another cup was poured. Another melody found its place inside the room. The clock continued its gentle journey, never faster, never slower. Perhaps it understood what we often forget, that the finest mornings are not the longest, but the ones where every second is quietly enjoyed. And somewhere beneath that old clock, with glowing vacuum tubes lighting the music, time itself seemed perfectly happy to stay a while. The morning was slowly becoming afternoon, yet no one inside the cafe seemed eager to leave. Sunlight had wandered to the other side of the room, resting softly upon the old wooden counter, where countless cups had quietly begun their stories. The record was nearing the end of its side. Its gentle crackle had become as comforting as the silence itself. Someone looked toward the empty coffee cup, then smiled gently before raising a hand. One more, please. The owner nodded without a word, already knowing what the heart had decided. Fresh coffee beans met the grinder once again, their rich fragrance floating through warm air like another familiar melody. The piano welcomed the new cup with bright, graceful chords. The saxophone replied with long golden notes that lingered like sunlight upon polished glass. Outside, the little street continued its peaceful life. A young couple shared an umbrella, though the sky was clear. A cat stretched lazily beneath a bicycle, flower shop closed its wooden door for a quiet lunch. Inside, time moved differently. The bass walked gently, never searching for the end of the song. The brushes whispered their patient rhythm, allowing every melody to breathe naturally. Steam curled upward from the freshly poured coffee, joining the sunlight for just a brief moment before disappearing. The final sip was never hurried. Some moments deserve to last a little longer. A page of the newspaper turned quietly. The vinyl continued spinning. The old clock kept its gentle promise. No one spoke, yet everything felt understood. Soon the chair would be pushed back. The bell above the door would ring once more. The little cafe would become quiet again, but not yet. There was still another cup, another melody, another peaceful breath, waiting to be enjoyed. Perhaps the finest farewell is not saying goodbye. It is choosing one more cup of coffee, one more beautiful song, and one more quiet moment before returning to the world outside. Every morning arrives quietly, long before the city remembers its name. The first sunlight slips across the old wooden floor, finding familiar tables, empty chairs, and shelves filled with records that have patiently waited through another peaceful night. The owner unlocks the door with gentle hands. A small bell rings once. The little Kissaten takes its first quiet breath. Fresh coffee beans fall softly into the grinder. Their warm aroma slowly fills the room, wrapping every corner inside memories that never seem to grow old. The needle settles upon a waiting record, a tiny crackle, a whisper of vinyl, then the piano begins. Simple, honest, beautiful. lace curtains touching every wooden wall. With quiet affection outside, the neighborhood awakens. One peaceful sound at a time. A bicycle rolls by, birds greet the morning. The flower shop opens its wooden doors. The breeze carries the scent of summer through the open window. Inside, coffee is poured into warm porcelain cups. Steam rises gently, meeting beams of golden light before fading into the calm air. The upright bass walks with patient confidence. Brushes drift softly across the snare, leaving room for silence to become part of the melody. Nobody rushes, nobody speaks loudly. Even time seems grateful to slow down for just a little while. One customer smiles, another page turns, another cup finds waiting hands. The record continues its quiet journey, spinning stories that have no ending. Perhaps every beautiful day does not begin with a destination. Perhaps it begins with a warm chair, an old vinyl record, the glow of vacuum tubes, the comforting aroma of freshly brewed coffee, and a melody that gently reminds us to breathe, to listen, to smile, and to believe that ordinary mornings are often the most extraordinary moments we will ever know. Because every wonderful day always begins with coffee.